How was Charlotte?
Crowded.
Not feeling right.
Can you shoot okay, Manolo? I can move.
It's all closed off?
It's a cool city, but it's just
closed off at
too big.
I will send you. Dave's
excellent. What's that?
Dave's
Yeah. I look cool.
You're fresh.
I am. Had a good 5 days. It's pretty nice.
What, was this like hard practice today? Just kind of easing out?
No, we scrimmaged today. Probably, maybe we've scrimmaged once or twice all season, since training camp, since opening night. Camp we scrimmaged every day pretty much, but this is very rare. But, when the guys have 5-6 days off, whatever it was, and then a game tomorrow, we need some rhythm. And so it's kind of what I expected. It was a little sloppy, but we'll come back in for shoot-around tomorrow. We'll have an active shoot-around and get a lot of shots up and hopefully get our footing in the Sacramento game tomorrow night quickly.
Did the All-Stars do anything?
Yeah, they all practiced. They all scrimmaged. Our guys love to play so much. Kevin, Steph, and Clay scrimmaged every single possession. None of them wanted to come out, so it was good. It was a good, productive practice. The expected sloppiness is just, that's how it goes after a long break. So we got to try to minimize our mistakes tomorrow and try to find the rhythm, early in the game.
Did Draymond really try to step fast? He told us he tried to step.
He did. Not in the scrimmage, in a drill. Yeah. I stopped practice and I told Steph to go talk to him and say you're not allowed to do that.
So it wasn't successful?
It was successful.
Who went up and got it?
It's a good question. Can't remember. Draymond didn't tell you? Or he didn't?
He said he tried it.
Draymond also said it was a good break for him. He said the first half was mentally and physically taxing for him. And can you sense it might be good for him to have a fresh, come out fresh?
For sure, yeah. Draymond's had a great last, couple months. He's been playing at a really high level. It would have been great to see him make the All-Star team, but I think he's done the right thing. He's just sort of made the best of it and got away and looks refreshed, recharged, and I think the break for everybody is always good, but particularly for our team, having gone deep into the playoffs the last few years, a guy like Draymond can benefit as much as anybody.
What's your plan for coming out the break? You talked about
Yeah, it just depends. We'll see how the games go, and it's. I don't think we'll change the plan too much in terms of how we're going to play them and in the rotations and all that. But I think once we get back into the rhythm, we can absolutely play them for longer stretches, play them down the stretch if we'd like. We have more options, and Rick is not going to be concerned with the minutes.
What are you looking for with him to improve?
I thought the last few games he just looked a little tired, which is to be expected. We were a good month into his recovery, or into his return, I should say. And first few weeks, he shot the ball a lot better than he did the last few games. So I thought he maybe looked a little fatigued, and so I'm hoping the break helps him out and that he's able to come back and start shooting the ball a little bit better. I'm sure he will. I mean, that's what his track record suggests. And then, for the whole team, we got 25 games left, so find a rhythm for himself individually, but continue to work on his rhythm with his teammates.
What have you thought about what the teams have been able to do?
I think they're one of the best stories in the league. I love watching them play. I think Dave has done a fantastic job with the team. They're exciting, they're young, they're fun, they're full of energy, and they're tough to beat. So, great story, great for Northern California, great for Sacramento. That place has always had great fans. I remember back in the day going into Barco So I'm happy for their fans because it's been a while since they've been able to really connect with their team, and this team's easy to connect with. They have really good players, likable guys, high energy team. They're really fun.
What would a potential first-round series between you guys in Sacramento mean for Northern California?
We'll talk about that if it happens. You can try to lure me in, but I'm not going there.
Yeah. DeMarcus closed the game for you recently. Do you have an idea of the lineup you would like to close games for you, or do you think you'll continue to sort of tinker with that and experiment?
Probably depends on matchups, but we have a lot of good options. We've had a closing lineup here that has won championships the last couple of years. DeMarcus is well aware of that. We talked about that over the summer, so he's aware, and our other guys are aware that closing lineup could change based on matchups. But everybody's all in. Everybody's got the same goal, and so whatever we need to do each night to win, that's what we're going to do.
This isn't really a question for the next 2 weeks, but how much are you going to prioritize rest down the stretch, maybe the last month?
Well, our health will be the number one priority over everything entering the playoffs. So if we need to rest guys, we'll rest them.
25 is the baseline for the
25
minutes.
Oh.
In the first few weeks. Is Rick giving you a new number?
No. We haven't even talked about anything like that. It was just sort of understood that, we looked at the calendar. We had about a month, maybe a little more, between the time he came back and then the All-Star break coming. And so that was the plan. We executed our plan. He did a great job. DeMarcus did. And so now we're entering a different phase of the season. We'll see how it goes, but nothing's set in stone.
Draymond said that the biggest thing he wants to see in one of the next 25 games is defensive communication.
Yeah.
What's one of the biggest things you want to see from this team during the stretch?
Same. I think defensive communication and intensity, those are hallmarks of our teams over the last few years, actually going way back. This team has been excellent defensively since before I got here. So we would like to see that more consistently, especially as we get closer to the playoffs. But we'll continue to do what we do and try to pace the team and have them ready for the stretch run and for the playoffs. But better defense always equals more success in the playoffs for sure.
Steve, can you talk a little about Quinn Cook from position last year at this time and moving forward for the last 25 years in the playoffs?
I think the biggest difference for Quinn is that everybody's healthy. A year ago, Steph got injured and Quinn started. Had an unbelievable run, earned himself a contract for the rest of the year and for this season, and made himself a very valuable player on our roster and a very valuable human being in our locker room. Gained a ton of respect from his teammates and from his coaches. So this year, it's probably been more up and down for him, but he's here for a reason. We know we have a great insurance policy if Steph does get hurt. We know we can put Quinn out there anytime, and he's going to be prepared and ready because he's professional and he understands the league. And so we're lucky to have him.
If the Warriors have had any Achilles heel of your time here, it's probably been turnovers. There are times when you get a little sloppy. But you've cut down. The team's cut down this year. How do you explain that? What's gone better in that regard?
I think when we got healthy, when we got everybody back, and Draymond started playing better, it seemed like we just started taking better care of the ball. Everything started to click. So I know our turnover numbers over the last 6 weeks are dramatically better than they were for the first few months of the season. So that's a trend we'd like to continue.
I think Andre has got a new role with PA.
Yeah.
Vice president.
Not surprising. He's suited for any leadership role. He's been a great leader for our team. I like the way he leads. He does it with intelligence and a lot of humor and subtlety. nuance. He doesn't need to be the guy, barking at everybody. He's more of a quiet, wise leader, and I'm sure he'll do a great job for the Union. Thanks a lot.